College of Arts and Law. Wednesday, 8th of July, 2026, 12:30 p.m. Today, we're coming to you from the grand halls of the University of Birmingham, an institution steeped in discovery and research since 1900. The University of Birmingham was the UK's first civic university, a place designed for everyone, not just the privileged few. Every one of our graduands today is part of that proud tradition of learning and achievement. Degree congregations at the University of Birmingham date back to 1901 and are held here in the Great Hall, right at the heart of our Edgbaston campus. Attended by nearly 30,000 graduates and guests each year, these events are the highlight of the university calendar and represent for many students the conclusion of their studies at Birmingham. Originally built as a cathedral to learning, the Great Hall never fails to impress our visitors. The building is Grade 2 listed, and it's really the details that make the space so special. It features a trompe-l'oeil domed ceiling located above its formal marble entrance. The entrance is bordered by archways that are designed to draw the eye towards the centre of the room. The music you can hear is being performed by our very own student musicians. They often perform versions of modern pop hits or songs with a Birmingham connection. our graduands wait for the ceremony to start, this is a time for them to reflect on how far they've come. They may think back to the first lecture they attended in a packed lecture hall, making friendships that will last a lifetime. Maybe they're thinking back to their first eureka moment, when their chosen field of study finally clicked into place. Or perhaps they're thinking about late-night debates in the guild, that group project that pushed them to their limits, or the spark of inspiration when they saw their research was really making an impact. Today, they close one chapter and open another. A degree from the University of Birmingham is more than just a name on a certificate. Our graduates are recognised by employers for their resilience, creativity, and dedication. Soon, they'll find many exciting opportunities waiting for them. Quick shout out to the staff, students and volunteers who have made this special day possible. We couldn't have done it without you. Also, a reminder to share your photos from today on social media. Make sure to tag our accounts so we can engage with your moment. audience is a mixture of graduands who sit in the back of the hall and their loved ones who are seated near the stage. During the ceremony, the graduands will make their way up to the stage, accept their scroll, and be applauded by their families and fellow students. In the sea of formal robes in the ceremony, attendees may spot black gowns, red and green gowns, and possibly some other eye-catching colours. The black robes are worn by those graduating with their bachelor's and master's. Green and red robes are for those picking up a doctorate degree. To the families, friends and supporters watching from home today, your encouragement, pep talks and well-timed cups of tea have helped our graduates reach this day. Let's take a moment to appreciate the parents who still don't quite understand what their child studied, but are immensely proud regardless. Well done, everyone. You've earned this celebration. Soon, our ceremony will begin. There's a degree of pomp and circumstance to the day that echoes back through the years. These rituals connect our graduands today to students from the very first British universities formed in the 13th century. This procession isn't just tradition for tradition's sake. It's the university's way of honouring the past, affirming the authority of scholarship, and marking the threshold our graduands are about to cross. It's time for the procession to start. Senior academics of the university are led into the Great Hall by two mace bearers and will sit on stage throughout the ceremony. There is a mace bearer at the front of the line and one at the back. The latter is called the Esquire Bedell. Both carry large silver maces that they put down on stage. This is a ceremonial kick-off to the day. The mace bearers are usually staff members from the university who have volunteered to take part. Row by row, the procession makes its way up to the stage, passing proud faces in the congregation, students in mortarboards, parents wiping away tears, tutors exchanging proud glances. A senior member of the university, such as the Chancellor or a Provost, will be the last to take their place. They'll stand before the attendees and declare the congregation open.
I declare the congregation open.
Well, good afternoon and welcome to our fabulous Great Hall here at the University of Birmingham. My name is Professor Helen Abbott and I am the Pro-Vice-Chancellor and Head of the College of Arts and Law. So it's a huge pleasure to welcome you to Birmingham and to today's graduation ceremony for Birmingham Law School. To our graduates at the back of the hall, to your friends, your family and supporters here at the front of the hall, thank you for being here so we can share in this special occasion together. Now, today really is a celebratory day. It's celebrating not only academic success, but also commitment and perseverance and personal growth. As members of the College of Arts and Law, those of you at the back, you've spent time immersed in your discipline or a combination of disciplines. You've been exploring ideas, interrogating all kinds of different perspectives, and learning to question, to interpret, and articulate your understanding of our very busy and messy world with clarity and with conviction. You've been delving into regulatory regimes, to competing jurisdictions, commercial imperatives, all of which are setting you up for very interesting careers and lives within and beyond the law. Now, your journey to graduating here from the University of Birmingham may not have been straightforward. Achievement at this level very rarely is. It's earned through effort and through the willingness to learn from what doesn't go to plan. You've encountered demanding assessments. Remember those? Complex ideas and moments when the next step was not immediately clear. Now, many of you will be leaving formal education behind after today, readying yourselves to dive into or return to what some people like to call the real world, although I think this is pretty real too. But I want to urge you not to lose the spark of curiosity that you've nurtured during your studies. I want you to keep listening to the voice that says, is there more to this than meets the eye? Please keep asking the why, the how, and the what if. Because universities like ours are esteemed places of learning, but they're also very special places where people with differing beliefs, languages, customs, interests, and personalities all meet and come together to exchange differing perspectives and forge really meaningful connections. I want you to treasure those relationships. I know there are people I met at university many decades ago who are not only some of my closest friends, but they're also my phone a friend when I've got a question that they are more expertly qualified to answer than I am. And today in the room we've got one of our alumni from Birmingham Law School, who is a real testament to that giving back moment, that reflection on where your career takes you. And what happens is, whether it's through LinkedIn, through other social platforms, through meeting up at one of our alumni gatherings, you'll be able to stay connected with your own phone-a-friend networks. They really do matter. And I hope you'll also stay in touch with us, your academic tutors, your lecturers, your professors and your student support teams as well. Some of them are here behind me on the stage, really proud to be here alongside you. Because we end up using each other's knowledge in all sorts of meaningful ways. It'll be a quick message here, a Teams or an email exchange there, and it often happens many, many years after you've graduated, as I'm sure Nick Benson would attest. We reconnect after decades, and it's so valuable and so important. Because that's how we at the University of Birmingham do things. You are very much one of us. So perhaps, graduates at the back of the hall, I could just ask you to thank the people who've encouraged your intellectual curiosity, who've nurtured your creative thinking and inspired you to keep going during your studies. Can you help me thank our academics and student support teams? Spoiler alert, there's going to be quite a lot of clapping today, okay? So I hope you're ready for it. Because also in front of me, and tuning in from all corners of the globe, are your friends, your family, your supporters. Because you've all got that person who's had faith in you. Those people who've supported you, showed you kindness, and without whom you wouldn't be here today. So can I ask you, graduates, and my colleagues behind me, to join me in thanking all your supporters here today as well. So, I promise it's really about to happen. Very, very soon, you're going to be coming up onto this stage. And the Provost and Vice Principal, Professor Nick Vaughan-Williams, will admit you to your degree. This really is your moment. When your name is read out, that is your graduation. And so, family and friends, I can see you all. That is your cue for whoops, cheers, whistles, cameras at the ready to give a huge, huge cheer to your person that you're supporting today. So a last word for our graduands. Take care on the steps. They're really not as scary as they look. And if you're not sure where to go when you've shaken Nick's hand, down the middle is generally a good way to go. Someone will guide you. But don't forget to give a huge smile for the cameras and to savour every moment. Thank you.
Now for the handing of the scrolls. The graduands walk across the stage to collect their scroll from the presiding officer.
My name is Rilke Dragne-Beloers. I'm a professor of international legal studies and the Dean of Birmingham Law School. Provost and Vice Principal, to you and to the University, I present the names of these graduates as listed in my program, proved worthy to be admitted to their respective degrees.
By virtue of my authority as Provost and Vice Principal, I admit those persons listed in the programme, both in attendance and in their absence, to the degree for which they are to be presented.
Doctor of Philosophy, for research into the impact of global industrial agriculture on food security, climate change and human rights, Sean Madden. For research into the right to external self-determination in Kashmir, Arbaz Muzaffar Badru. For research into the effects of computer vision technologies on the rule of law, Emma Maria Rangas. For research into sustainability in the public procurement chapters in free trade agreements, Natalia Spataro. For research into the promotion of small and medium-sized enterprises in public procurement, Shwe Shinuen. Master of Laws, Environmental and Energy Law, Yaren Oos. Juliet Sei-Wosu. Master of Laws General, Daniel Tse. Limin Zhang. International Business Law, Bartosz Sienkiewicz. International Commercial Law, Shushma Shailesh Mishra. Bachelor of Laws, International Law and Globalization with ear in International Business, Sakina Mursal. International Law and Globalization, Lucy Lampard Terry. Cristina Chisholm Ogwania Hermosa. Sofia Pantiri. Eva Parker. Rose Picard. Inaya Nadim Qureshi. Jonathan Alistair Reynolds. Alaiba Riaz. Yisha Saravanan. Yana Mahul Shah. Awa Sona. Taran Wigmore. Waheng Wu. International Law and Globalization with Year Abroad, Madeleine Lloyd. Polina Skichko. Sarah Smith. Law with Business Studies, Serja Liu. Madiha Masood. Lucia Medina Navarro. Ismail Haytham Mohammed Farouk Mustafa. Samuel Oyedeji. Jennifer Perkins. Lise Andrea Petit. Brindan Ratna Sabapathy. Millicent Alice Reina. Lucy Alice Wheeler. Sebastian Young. Law with Criminology, Susanna Nason. Amelia Sanchao. Jessica Stewart. Elphine Worley. Saren Williams. Kai Yu. Law with French law, Juni Monama. Hannah Mutri. Zoya Nawaz. Natalia Pasik. Anna Reni. Rebecca Smiliute. Anushka Srinivas. Natalie Claire Thompson. Law with German law. Finula Omani. Oliver Ranken. Lisa Melanie Sanasi. Dia Viju. Law with Ear Abroad. Samuel Rahman. Leah Ramsey. Lillian Rogers. Mayan Samuel. Monique Jude Adrian Vargas. Bilal Zafar. LLB Law. Zainab Khan. Muni Lai. Casey Laven. Elena Lavin. Jingheng Li. Chenshin Leung. Tracy Mi Ling. Ashley Lingzi Yi. Shaddai Longange. Waisem Lu. Huda Mabruki. Sana Mahmoud. Mariam Hafiz Malik. Meklet Nikki Mamo. Shah Manak. Sophie Mann. Claudia March Smith. Frederick Martin. Gemma Martin. Joy Martin. Tamasha Chirono Mboya. Katie McCarthy. Caitlin McCormack. Alice McKee. Emily Mackenzie. Kitty McTeer. Jessica Mayhew. Hania Heya Mahmood. Robert Melton. Danielle Erna Mensah. Mohammed Shamu Mia. Louis Richard Middleton. Mahia Mimi. Muhammad Mirza. Yanaki Mistry. Sam Mosen H. Mohammed. Afra Mohammed. Elisheva Rebecca Morsel. Lauren Mtale. Malaki Mugo Jr. Davina Nalwada. Lavo Namale Mabirizi. Sarah Kabanda Nantongo. Kulsum Nawab. Halima Nazar. Hamza Nazar. Nkiruka Joan Ndubuise. Guansheng Ng. Nicole Wanjiku Angige.
Provost and Vice-Principal, Pro-Vice-Chancellor, members of the University, honoured guests, graduates and graduands. There are artists who observe the world from a distance and others who step inside it. Vanley Burke has done something rarer still. He has stood within a community with affection, patience and courage, and shown that community back to itself and to the world with dignity, truth and love. Born in Jamaica in fact today, happy birthday Vanley. Vanley, yes. Vanley came to Birmingham as a teenager, and since then, through his lens, Birmingham appears not only as a set of buildings or municipal facts, but as a living place, a city of migration and memory, music and faith, protest and celebration, family and work, struggle and joy. It is no accident that Vanley is often called the godfather of black British photography, though even that title struggles to get the whole picture into frame. Vanley has protected the memory, recognised lives too often overlooked, and given generations of black Britons a place within the visual history of this country. His achievement has been to photograph black British life not as an outsider, but as a participant, a neighbour, a witness and a friend. His images range from the intimate to the iconic. Families and streets, churches and gatherings, demonstrations and celebrations, elders and young people. Together, they form what he has called a kind of histograph, a record of black people as they arrived, settled and became established in British history. Vanley's work does more than preserve. It provokes. It asks who has been left out of the official portrait. And he has spent a lifetime correcting the exposure. Now, in photography, exposure is technical. In society, exposure is moral. Vanley has adjusted both, bringing into the light the lives, labour, creativity and courage of communities too often pushed to the margins. Professor Stuart Hall, one of the university's defining intellectual figures, wrote that Vanley's images seemed to be motivated by truth, but also by love. That connection with Stuart Hall is especially meaningful for this university. Vanley photographed Hall in 1975 in his office in the Muirhead Tower as Hall was shaping what the world would come to know as the Birmingham School of Cultural Studies. It is fitting that Vanley's camera found Stuart Hall at Birmingham, one man changing how Birmingham was seen, photographed by another who was changing who got to be seen. A Jamaican-born Birmingham artist photographs a Jamaican-born Birmingham intellectual, and decades later, that image stands in the symbolic heart of this university. It reminds us that, yes, our history is made of charters and foundation stones, but also in encounters, conversations, communities, and also in the fraction of a second when a camera shutter opens and a whole world comes into focus. Vanley's relationship with the university is not only historical. He continues to collaborate with colleagues across the institution, most recently the university's African collection as an artist in residence, asking how objects carry memory and how collections speak. That is exactly the kind of relationship that we cherish. It brings our research into the conversation with the city and asks not only what we hold in our collections, but also what we hold in trust. So today, we recognise an artist of regional, national and international significance, but we also honour a Birmingham witness, a keeper of memory and a man who has shown us that, yes, the camera is an instrument of record, but also an instrument of regard. And so, Provost and Vice-Principal, to you and to the university, I present Vanley Burke, artist, photographer, archivist of Black British life, chronicler of Birmingham, and a most worthy recipient of the degree of Doctor of Letters honoris causa.
By virtue of my authority as Provost and Vice-Principal, I admit you to your degree. Very many congratulations,
This is when I'm asked to say something. I'm not normally at this side of the microphone. I'm normally on the other end, where my friend is at the moment. I'd just like to say, Provost, Vice-Chancellor, dignitaries and invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, and not least of all students, thanks for having me here. The journey which has just been described started many years ago while I was still living in Jamaica as a young man. I was pretty rural Jamaica, I must say. I was sent a camera. My mother had emigrated to England by then, and I was sent a camera in one of the many parcels we received as gifts on birthdays and special occasions. It was in one of these many parcels. This camera was a Kodak Box Brownie. A pretty average camera, but to me it was very special, not because she sent it, but because I'd never seen a camera before. So my mother came to England as one of the many people who came in response after the Second World War, generally referred to as the Windrush generation. And I was one of the so-called left-behind children who stayed with, she lodged with family friends, not given away, but if you like, waiting for the moment when she could send for us, or they could send for us here in England. I joined her in 1965 at a shop in Handsworth, and really I've lived in Birmingham ever since. I would really like to take this opportunity to say a very big thanks. I think I've tried another occasion, but I've tried to get her here today for the purpose of saying thank you very much publicly for the gift of the camera. My mother is there in the front row. Thank you. If I might add, it's the curiosity of a child really living and growing up in Jamaica as to what life was like here in England. And when I joined them here, the life that I saw written about in the press was not the life that we were living. And I thought we need to correct this. And as an individual, and just starting in an interest in photography, then I decided that photography I would use as a means of documenting our history. I remember where I was standing when I thought history has a starting point, and for me and for us, this is the starting point. No longer should our students, future students, be scouring the institutions to find relics of their history, but we should provide it for them. And I'm very fortunate through archive that I've had and many contact with students around the world, this material has been made available to them. I have an archive at Birmingham Central Library, which is open to the public. By all means, please go and see it. And while you're in Birmingham, I must say, I did have a few words when I was here recently, and I find that not many people are familiar with the institutions around, the art institutions, and we desperately need support at the moment. So please visit the art institutions as much as possible. I've worked in South Africa, West Africa, in the States, and various countries, not least of all photographing Mandela on his release from Robben Island, and have had work collected in various institutions, as has been described. But if I were to offer you guys some advice, as I'm sure you don't need it, especially in today when you're looking forward to celebrating your achievements, it would be kind to your neighbors and take care. Be of good strength in the future. Thank you.
Provost and Vice Principal, to you and to the University, I present the names of these graduates as listed in my program, proved worthy to be admitted to their respective degrees. Lewis Nolan. Rida No. Gift Chiamaka Nwaiwu. Imawahen Obayuwana. Ella Odell. Beverly Omfori Nimo. Izuchukwu Ogwike. Tomi Ojemuiva. Muhammad bin Omar. Lin Oi. Mofiinwolua Opaleye. Motolani Opesitan. Baba Afrakoma Ochero Darko. Samuel Otumino. Kimi Maame Frema Otua Achampong. Mai Ozon. Samuel Patfield. Sarah Ijen Yasmin Pan. Nathan Michael Passeri. Kira Patel. Yasira Patel. Joshua Jahim Justin Pegas. Alice Perry. Ana Maria Pesea. Charlotte Phillips. Madison Phillips. Kira Phillips Banini. Young Keith Foon. Ruby Pinches. Hassan Mohammad Pirzada. Abigail Platt. Mani Porter. Jody Price. Megan Prince. Elise Qureshi. Hani Rahim. Rabia Rahman. Akshat Raul. Rohin Rashid. Myra Rashid. Jerry Ravi. Nathan Regan. Kauta Resai El Bahuti. Joshua Reynolds. Jivanjot Singh Riar. Amy Cara Round. Milan Sol. Sonia Nelly Samuel. Param Sandhu. Sukhman Kaur Sandhu. Manpreet Kaur Sarai. Simran Sound. Grace Schofield. Malavika Simia Warrior. Simran Sehmi. Nana Adjoya Aseye Senano. Phoebe Seema Perry. Mudassar Shaban. Sana Shabir. Amara Shafiq. Labdi Shah. Sophia Shah. Ayat Shahid. Ayush Sharma. Shirley Akhtar Sharna. Olivia Sheehan. Akanksh Shetty. Angelina Shiju. Rowan Shaw. Zahra Shrayev. Muhammad Mahat Siddiq. Muhammad Abu Bakr Siddiq. Rawan Singh Sidhu. Chonlung Sim. Jasdeep Singh. Taranjit Singh. Hyu Chun Sue. Martha Skerry. Rakat Sorur. Anastasia Maria Stamatakis. Harry Stevens. James Stockdale. Anya Stokes. Surya Suri. Jack Symington. Amer Khalid Ahmed Tageldin. Yushwin Tan. Natalie Amber Juni Tan. Junyi Tang. Malaika Tarawali. Madeline Teixeira. Natalie Tenshu Tong. Olivia Teruel. Alicia Takrar. Ross Timmins. Daniel Timms. Jennifer Jing Do. Monique Chantel Marianne Toussaint. Eva Zimmermann. Isabel Turner. Desmond Ucheagua. Karam Upal. Isabella Uzoka. Antonio Van Velasquez. Leila Wahid Ashraf. Catherine Ward. Eve Washburn. Georgia Whitehouse. Sari Yakmo. Dylan Yap. Benjamin Yazdani. Jia Earn Yi. Quincy Antatsa Yemeli. Henrik Jenhan Young. Norvini Distora Binte Yusri. Ahad Zahir. Rehma Shamzad Zayar. Shinui Ziyang. Karima Zidane. Law with Criminology. Aaron Mukha. LLB Law, Paris Williams.
Well, Congratulations to you all. You did it! Good afternoon, everyone. It's really great to see you all here. My name is Professor Nick Vaughan-Williams. I'm Provost and Vice Principal here at the University of Birmingham. It is a huge privilege to be part of your graduation ceremony today and to celebrate your many achievements with you. I could see from your beaming smiles and mild trepidation as you came up onto stage just how much that moment means to each of you. Today, of course, marks the end of one kind of relationship with the university and the beginning of another. You have become a member of a distinguished family of alumni, a global network of more than 400,000 members in over 170 countries. As a graduate of the University of Birmingham, you are part of a community that includes Nobel Peace winners, pioneering engineers, celebrated authors, Olympic gold medalists, successful entrepreneurs, inspiring educators, influential policymakers, and groundbreaking clinicians. Together, our community has a formidable reputation. Just last month, we learned that Birmingham has been placed 86th in the world in the latest QS World Rankings. I think that deserves a round of applause. Our position has improved in each of the last 4 years, and now we're among the UK's top 10 institutions. Our continued rise reflects the quality and ambition of the research and education that takes place here, and it is strengthened year after year by the talent and the achievements of those who graduate from this great hall. Now, if you walk down the corridors of this iconic Aston Webb building, you will see museum objects, artworks, manuscripts, photographs, and films that tell the stories of the people who have shaped this university. This includes the story of Rose Sidgwick, who became our first female history lecturer in 1905. She was one of the founders of the International Federation of University Women, now known as Graduate Women International, an advocacy group for women's rights, equality and empowerment through access to education. Rose believed in the power of knowledge to break barriers and transform lives. Her story reminds us that progress begins with those brave enough to imagine a more just and inclusive future. These are the stories that give this university its meaning. Stories of discovery, perseverance, creativity, and courage. And now, your story joins theirs. The history of the university is one of creativity and vision, but one matched with perseverance. It is a story of many successes and, it has to be said, some failures, but also of ambition and achievement. Those may, of course, already be the hallmarks of your own story, and they will no doubt shape your future. You and those who supported you have many, many reasons to be very proud today. Now, standing on this stage at the formal opening of the university 126 years ago, King Edward VII issued a challenge to our students. Quote, "The honour and dignity of this university are largely in your hands, and I look to you to initiate and hand down worthy traditions to your successors." I think that the King's words remain true today. Our futures will always be connected. Each one of you is a part of the university's legacy, and each one of you will help shape what the university becomes. Our next chapter begins with you. So, class of 2026, please accept my warmest congratulations to each and every one of you. Very, very well done. I declare the congregation closed.
The ceremony that completes the university journey for hundreds of Birmingham alumni has come to an end. The procession begins to stream out of the Great Hall, carrying with them the maces that were set down at the start of the ceremony. It's a nice bit of visual poetry that bookends the ceremony. As those maces are carried forward, so too are our graduates onto their next adventure. This is a powerful moment for our graduates, representing the culmination of years of dedicated study. The education, connections, and friendships they have made at Birmingham will last a lifetime. The University of Birmingham is known for producing great thinkers, change makers, and innovators. From Nobel Prize winners to sporting champions, this institution has shaped minds that go on to make a real difference in the world. Today's graduates are stepping into that legacy, ready to make their mark, whether they're heading into research, launching businesses, or, let's be honest, finally taking a proper break before the next adventure begins. From the Great Hall to the wider world, our graduates will carry the knowledge, ambition, and spirit of Birmingham in their next chapter. Wherever you're watching from, this is not just an ending. It is the beginning of something exceptional. live stream has now ended.